Yeah. Oops. I think my mic was off. Yep. Okay, perfect. So hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing a little bit more of the 100-day challenge. Probably figuring out what we can do to get that Spelunker achievement with the cave. But yeah, nothing too ridiculous. Should just be a chill day. And it's good to see you in chat, Wit. Always appreciate you here, though it's never expected. That being said, let's just dive on in and have fun with it. Once I got that up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, leave it to me to have it muted. Oh wait, you do know how to get the cave. What am I missing? But yeah, it seems like the big thing was that I just needed to maybe see if I've got the whole map uncovered for it. I don't know. How's your morning starting off with? I guess your afternoon at this point. That's right. Ooh, the moon. It's actually the coolest thing about the wildfires is that the moon looks bomb out here right now. Like, it's just like a blood moon from Phasmophobia. That said, I think if we have to stay up all night, we might as well just go find the cave now and try to hang out in there to escape all the horrors of the nighttime. So it's kind of hard to see where we're going at night. Oh gosh, I wonder if I accidentally stayed muted through the last bit of my Phasmo stream last night. Ugh. I bet that's what happened. Man, I'll learn how to stream eventually. That said, we did killer last night. We got 6 perfects in a row on Nightmare. So we're back in business. Slowly but surely. Okay. Back this way, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, wait, so I'm guessing the pin is where we are? Yeah. I'm so lost. Is this where we just came through? Yeah, it is. Okay. I know how to navigate caves. Okay, that doesn't help at all. Okay, okay. I wonder if I can just start putting up some lights. Help out a little bit. No, you don't, but you're forgiven. I typically can, but having the map out messes with me, I guess. Okay, buddy. So, got this area fully uncovered. Don't have to worry about it. And, we're out of skulls. Hmm. Maybe it kind of looks like maybe the other way. We don't have stuff? Sorry, I don't mean to be like so heavily invested in this, but I'm just like fascinated at this point about what's going wrong with this cave. I do wish they would give us batteries though. Yeah, achievements are my lifeblood. Need to have them all. And with the forest, I mean, thankfully it's not hard per se to get the achievements. Like, you just have to put in the time, you know? It's not like something that's impossible to do. Like in the Elder Scrolls Online, one of the achievements is to become Emperor of all of Tamriel, which means you have to be the #1 top-ranked player in like a 30-day campaign of PvP. And that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen no matter how much time I put into it. And like, on the one hand, it would be cool to say that like I was technically an Emperor of Tamriel with a character, but I know myself, that's not gonna fucking happen, especially considering how much time people like invest in that game. Oof. So, at least with this, like, the achievements are feasible. But I have been getting the itch to play Elder Scrolls Online again, and I'm debating if it would be fun to play on stream or not. Because I feel like, on the one hand, I'm obsessed with that game completely through and through. On the other hand, it's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's a metric shit ton of time. Ah, shucks, thank you. Yeah, I love that game so much and all the lore and all of the building, but it's mainly like a single player game the way I play it. And I would say it takes probably 2 months to beat an Alliance story. So it would take like probably 2 years of regular play just to get through all the current content. which is quite a bit. But I do love it. Ugh. I hate how this rebreather keeps popping up on me. Oh. Oh, we need to cook a lizard like yesterday. Yeah, the big question is what kind of character I'd want to play. I can't decide between like a goody two-shoes Templar or a sorcerer or like an arcanist cultist. I feel like I always end up enjoying Templar quite a bit. Man, sorcerer is so freaking good. I do love like the goody two-shoes vibe, but there's so many good things to play with those games. Like, I get so addicted to the card game they've released. I get so addicted to playing through all the different zones and areas and learning the lore. Sorry, now I'm just rambling. Okay, so yeah, it's a very long game. Like, I would say quite easily, like, for the amount it costs, like, we're talking like $60, I think, to get the latest expansion, which gives you access to all prior expansions. I want to say you're looking at like easily 4 digits of playtime, but like more likely like 3 to 5K. Because I would say it takes me 2 full days of play to finish a zone now that I'm good at the game, and there's like 60 zones. Not to mention backtracking and other stuff that happens in the zones. But they've got some damn good lore. I especially really want to get into it because I haven't played the content with the new Daedric Prince that Hermaeus Mora had erased from memory. He's like coming back. Hopefully that'll end up playing a role in Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, Hermaeus Mora's goals. So good. Let's see. I'm just trying to see where the hell some of this stuff is. So looks like maybe there's some stuff over this way. No. Is it this way? Okay. I'm so confused. Oh! Spelunker achievement unlocked. Explore all caves. I just had to step right between these stalactites, I guess. Okay. Well, that was nice and simple. That was so needlessly difficult, considering every other cave ended up, like, having no issue with it whatsoever. Of course, it's the very first one that it somehow didn't register. God bless. That's such a long achievement. I'm so glad we got it. Life is good. So now we'll probably go out this way. I'm so happy. Oh, but Whit, you're always so sweet watching the stream. Please know it's never expected or demanded of you, but it's always a nice surprise having you on. You know I love your company. And I'm especially excited to see you streaming again so I can do the same to you. Or we can team up. Yeah, perfect. That works out great. Guess we'll just get some cloth. There's just so many horror games I want to play. But I'm glad that we've, like, gotten most of the hard achievements on this. But yeah, as long as you know that it's never expected or required. Always appreciated regardless. But I love this little game. Oh, and as a heads up, as an FYI, so we played the Outlast Trials, like I said. This didn't happen to me at all, but Pam informed me that she got super motion sick from it. And then Johnny told me that he ended up getting motion sick from it too. So I mean, I'm lucky that I think I only ever get motion sick when I'm playing VR, but the fact that like they've never had an issue with games before, but this made them motion sick, I thought I should let you know. So it might not be something that we play regularly, but you know, I guess we can always give it a try, but I don't think it's going to be part of the main rotation. Especially because it's like an hour and a half to get through a single course, according to Johnny. And there's not really any chance to like stop or pause. I didn't realize it would be so long. Okay, come on, Bunny Rabbit. That was pitiful. Yeah, I don't know that it's my vibe. One day, one day we'll find the legendary raccoon. And you know, when we played on normal, my first time on this little meadow area, I instantly got the raccoon. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. I thought it was rare. Now, never. We got some good stuff up here, though. The question becomes... Oh, wait, no. At some point, the evil worm creature is gonna start popping up. I think we're far enough in the game that it'll start spawning. That'll be a whole other beast to take on. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be good for out here. We got so much cute stuff. Not sure. Unless it's like... I don't know why I can't put that down. Unless it has to be on defensive walls. Hmm. I wonder... Would it be worth putting in some defensive wall spikes around here? Maybe so. We ain't got nothing else to do. Raccoon? No raccoon. At this point, I just want to go on to the snow area without any raccoon whatsoever. Oh, I have too many animal hides. That's sad. Literally died in vain. Maybe we need a Church of Goose up here too. I feel like I shouldn't even try to kill a deer at this point because it's just a waste of animal hide. I wonder, what could I do? I guess I could always make a couch. That makes me feel like I should make an entire little house up here. Which maybe I should. Maybe an entire house up here wouldn't be such a horrible idea. Yeah, I have all the time in the world. Oh, baby is transitioning well, although she's starting to get hungry, which is good. She refuses to eat, typically, but she ended up eating a little bit last night. And she's fallen in love with these chicken rawhides that I got her. But she brought one out into the living room while I was taking a shower, and I guess Kika got too close to it and she got angry. So, little bit of food guarding behavior, but I guess that's to be expected when you were like starving for 7 days. Should balance out, but we'll keep an eye on it. Otherwise, she's doing fantastic. Really opened up to Pam quite a bit. Still getting used to Johnny. So very sweet overall. Question becomes, where would I want to put my house? Is it a mistake to just be focusing on these spikes first? I feel like they at least protect the base a bit. Do some damage if anything tries to come and kill us. This music is a trip. So like 1950s horror flick. Feels like an Addams Family intro. I do love this little outcropping up here for a base. It's so nice, so picturesque. Très chic. V-Fute. Oh gosh, I miss Skyrim. I need to play it again. I'm curious now when Elder Scrolls 6 will come out, because I always heard expect it like 2026. which felt like forever away, but now it's like next year. So I'm curious to see exactly what information we get, especially because there was a leak suggesting that they did hire an outside studio to create a remaster of Oblivion, which I'm very excited about. It was like, I forget exactly how that came about, but like, it was when some company got all its files stolen. There was like documents related to an Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster. I would love that. That was such a good game. Such a good game. Yeah, I'm surprised you've played Skyrim so much and you still haven't gotten all the Daedric artifacts. I mean, bless you. But my completionist nature, I would be freaking out if I didn't know exactly what happened with everyone. Oh, okay. So you have done it in the past, but just not on the Switch. I thought you never had before for some reason. I think it's because I always hear you talk about how like that's the thing that you least look forward to or something. Like you can never get it to work in character. But yeah, I might end up playing some Elder Scrolls Online on here just because, God, I love that game so much. I'm such an Elder Scrolls nerd. Oh yeah, that was forever ago, if you did it when it came out or so. It's bizarre that they waited this long to release anything after the success of Skyrim. Like, they could have just printed money. I'm really hoping that they're putting in the effort and time to make Elder Scrolls 6, like, just as fantastic. And God, I hope it's in High Rock. Listen, everyone is obsessed with it being in Hammerfell. And, like, good for you. Have fun. I hate deserts. And I know that not all of Hammerfell is desert, but, like, enough of it is that I'd be annoyed. And there's just not as much lore built up. But I think that High Rock and Hammerfell together, like they did in Elder Scrolls 2, would be perfect. Like, you don't even have to give us all of Hammerfell. Just give us, like, the big portions, like Sentinel and stuff like that. Dragonstar, Tanith. Like, we don't need to go too crazy with it, but we can make it work. I do. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna end up playing Elder Scrolls Online on stream. Just because I'm so freaking addicted. I'm so addicted. Probably wait until... Probably wait until I get my new VTuber. Which is supposed to be Wednesday. Like tomorrow/Wednesday. I think Elia's in Indonesia, but she said she'd get it to me Wednesday, so I think they're like a day ahead. But if that's the case... Oh, God, that'd be so fun. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna end up having to figure out exactly what class I want to play. If I want to be a bad guy or a good guy. Get through Vardenfell and... Ooh, the Telvanni Peninsula. so much ash and rock and volcanoes. Not to mention, the Bretons have the Sister Archipelago, which is like where nobles from around Tamriel go to vacation, and it's being attacked by druids who turn on volcanoes to create magma creatures and try to like destroy the islands. So, I mean, that feels very on brand. Nice volcano aesthetic. Yeah, I gotta say, people get really, really, I don't know, like gatekeepy about what is and isn't canon in Elder Scrolls. And some people get like so pissy about Elder Scrolls Online, saying that like none of it is canonical because, you know, it's not a true Elder Scrolls game. But it's like, I'm sorry, that's not how canon works. Um, they've done so much for the lore, and like all of it was built by conferring with like the lore keepers for Bethesda. And so everything that they do is with permission from like the actual lore people from Bethesda. And they've given us so much. Like the Druids were an offshoot of the Bretons that like went out to sea. But there's also the Weird Sisters in High Rock that take care of the trees. The Dark Heart of Skyrim, like there's an actual like Dark Heart of Sithis that's underneath shoot, what's it called? The Markarth. Markarth. Like the part of Sithis that was tainted by the void rests under Markarth and is able to corrupt things. And it's part of what the Forsworn get their power from by like praying to it and offering sacrifices. Like stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Like things that like just make you look at other games' stories and events a little differently. Or like the Sea Elves, the Maormer, are an actual race of elves that like are able to blend in with water and control sea serpents and the weather, and they tend to attack high elves constantly, and do a lot of raids and stuff in the Southern Oceans. And so we hadn't really seen them very much because we never did much with high elves, but you actually get to like learn so much more about them in Elder Scrolls Online, and their peninsula, Piandania, which like they have a unliving king or whatever, like the deathless king who resides over them, or like the Slode, or these gigantic slug monster creatures who released a gigantic plague that ravaged Tamriel for untold ages and like killed off tons of people, like basically the bubonic plague. But they have their own archipelago called Thras right outside of the Aldmeri Dominion, and it's like a coral sea, like a coral city. But there's also like they do a lot of worship of Molag Bal, and they were able to like they had a coral tower. Like there's the crystal tower, the white gold tower. They had a coral tower, and they ended up sinking it when they were under attack for releasing the plague. And I think part of it went up into Cold Harbor. Like, I don't know, there's so much interesting stuff. And I just love it. Or the fact that the Khajiit are susceptible to the influence of Lorkhan, and so they can become like demons, basically. They can become like possessed by the void within Lorkhan, and so they become Dromothra, which are like these black cats with like moon glowing runes etched on their body. So much cool stuff. All canon, all stuff you would never know from just playing the basic entries. Or like even the fact that wood elves aren't able to eat any type of grass or vegetation or anything like it, which I think is a unique take on wood elves. But like they have the Green Pact, which means that they can't actually harm any vegetation anywhere in the world. So everything has to be made from animal products or meat. Like they can't use paper, they have to use leather. They have to, like, instead of making their alcohol with any type of grain or barley, because that goes against their god, they have to make rotmith, which is like basically fermented dead animal to the point it becomes high alcohol. It's so much interesting stuff. So much world building you just never come across. Sorry, I'm rambling, but I just love it. I think we got some good wall spikes going now. I don't think there's enough room for us to put another one here. That should cover, you know, anyone trying to attack. Give us a little space. Let's make a little house here. Wonder. I'll leave these two. Have like a bed here and a fireplace. Yeah. Anyway, sorry for the rambling about Elder Scrolls. I just love the lore so much. I feel like lore is what really draws me into a game. And Elder Scrolls Online gives you so much lore to work with. Like so much stuff that like you never even think about or consider. And then it just blows you away with it. Actually, another one, because I'm just rambling now. So in every single like Daedric realm, there's like some kind of liquid within the realm, right? So like in Molag Bal's Cold Harbor, there's this thing called the Zoroplasm, and it's like this kind of brilliant blue water-looking stuff. And what they end up explaining is that when a Daedra is killed, it's never truly killed, but it's like returned to the void, and then over time, it reforms itself using a Zoroplasm, if it's one of Molag Bal's minions. And, you know, if it's somewhere else's, then it's whatever type of weird liquid is in their realm that they use to kind of reconstitute their body and bring themselves back to life. And so that's interesting as hell on its own. I was like, that's a unique take. But then they talk about how, surprisingly, like the Hist, which Argonians are so devoted to, like its tree sap ends up having very similar qualities to what is found in those Daedric realms. So it's kind of like its own Azuroplasm. And so when Argonians talk about returning to the Hist or being reborn and stuff like that, there might actually be truth to it, because the Hist might kind of be like its own unique sort of Daedric realm in a way. And then it also talks about how water ends up having a similar property for humans, where it like stores our memory and everything like that, and it's why humans need water to survive. So many strange little things that just make you go, interesting. But the one with Argonians really surprised me. Thinking of them as like something akin to a Daedra. And why Sleeping Tree Sap has such unique properties as a result. We're doing too good. I feel like I'm hearing footprints or footsteps. Is there a monster nearby? Hmm. I am excited for another night of Phasmophobia. I want to get to Prestige 2 so bad now. Cam's about to get there, and I need it. I need it so bad. I want to get so good at that dang game. Yeah, you get the vibe. So excited for you to join us again at some point. Pam and I have become fully addicted, and I feel like you're on that same wavelength. Ooh, almost lost that. Yeah, you and me both. I need to continue improving, because I'd really love to get the Apocalypse trophies. I think that'd be so fun. But I feel like you're only ready to do that really once you've got it locked down on Insanity, which I'm just not ready for yet. But I'm so excited to be ready for one day. I see myself playing this game like very long term. Which I guess makes sense considering we've already played it for like over 2 months straight. Yeah, exactly. How can you? It's just too perfect of a game. I am gonna guess that we lose this tree, but it doesn't actually let us take any of the logs because it just falls right off. But we'll see. Please don't. Please don't, Mr. Tree. Please be normal. Okay. Okay. We saved it. But I think having something like Phasmo to like reliably fall back on and then something else to play at other times is a fun combo. I'm really enjoying it. Like a little bit of the forest, a little bit of Phasmo. And this is probably going to be the longest other game that I play just because I forgot how long these days are. Doing the 100-day challenge is going to be quite the achievement. Otherwise, it'll all be perfect. I think we've sufficiently torn down the forest. Which there is an achievement for cutting down 1,000 trees, and I don't even think we're halfway there. So building does seem like a top priority. Okay, so day survived 55. Oh, I'm infected. Okay. We're getting closer and closer. I won't lie, I'm very excited to move on to Sons of the Forest. This has been fun, but okay. One. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Beautiful. I wish there was an elevator option. Get some of this shit. up from down at the base of this mountain. Let's see. But yeah, today was my first day of helping teach an MBA class again. I think it's been like, God, a year and a half since I last helped teach them. And it went pretty well. It's like an 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. class, so ended up streaming a little later. I'll probably have to adjust my streaming schedule a bit as a result. But overall, I enjoyed it. Still no damn raccoon. Yeah, school's totally fine in the hellscape. I felt bad though. I I help teach organizational behavior Monday and Wednesdays, and that professor was evacuated due to the fires. And then I also teach ethics and leadership Wednesday nights. And that poor professor, his house was burnt down. So I wasn't able to be there last week because of travel, but he was like, don't even worry about it. We canceled class because I was being evacuated and my house burned down. And I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, it's still business as usual. The only thing is that UCLA is allowing us to teach via Zoom, which is so generous of them. They refuse to let people ever teach via Zoom since COVID. It's like such a hard line for them that you cannot teach via Zoom. So they've acted like they were very generous, allowing us to do that during all the evacuations. The poor students. Feeling very lucky that we really don't have any danger on our side with this. Like, we're not really at any risk whatsoever aside from like poor air quality. But Johnny has been so petrified because like being on the East Coast, he's had like tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, like all this random shit. And then he's just never experienced wildfires before. And to me, it's like wildfires are just part of life. Like, especially living in Spokane growing up, like August through September was wildfire season, and you just kind of got used to it. You know, like put a sprinkler on your roof so that the embers might not catch or whatever. Like, so many little things. And he just, I think, isn't very used to that. So it's been very stressful to him. But I think the fact that I don't find it particularly stressful has also been stressful to him. But he's a good one. Oof. That's a lot of freaking logs. But like, I don't know. In my opinion, if you can see the fire, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because you can see pretty far away. Yeah, it's the big one. You can see pretty far away. So like if you can see the fire, that's not the end of the world whatsoever. It's when the wind is going your direction. You can tell pretty quickly because you get flooded with smoke. And like the smoke is intense. And so that's the sign where it's like get everything and run. And we could see the fire on the hill forever, like on the Palisades. from our rooftop, but there was no smoke our way ever because all of the winds were going in the opposite direction. And so to me, it's like until the winds change course, we're totally fine. Especially because there's a lot of like concrete that they would have to like get through in order to get to our building in the first place. There's not as much vegetation. But I think that Johnny did not share that sentiment, which is his right. But it's funny seeing how like earthquakes and everything, he's totally fine, but this has him unable to sleep at night. But definitely it is a serious situation for those impacted. Just we aren't part of that group at all. Beautiful night skies though. Yeah, I remember like Medical Lake or Dishman Micah being on fire, family having to evacuate and stuff, and having their houses burned down because of the fires coming. It's just like, yeah, we're not at that level right here. All that being said, LA is great to visit. You know, if you're ever bored, don't let that deter you. Okay. We are going to chop down this entire fucking hillside. One second, I need to blow my nose. And we're back. Gosh, so many trees to chop down. Oh, Mr. Raccoon. Hmm. One day. There must be other areas where you can catch raccoons. This is just the only one I really know about. Oh, let's see here. Fireplace. Mhm. A couch. Maybe. Hell yeah. Okay, now we can start killing deer again. So many rocks. Nope. back, Mr. Bunny Rabbit. We need a bed. And no raccoon. Okie doke. Some sticks here. This is going nice and simple. No monsters or anything. I mean, I probably just jinxed it, but... Oh, achievement unlocked, Stepmaster. Last 50,000 steps. Okay. Work. We're not doing too bad. Okay. I think it's time for us to take a nap, probably. Okay, we got some basics done in here. Let's see. Slowly start replenishing our animal hides for a warm suit. Never find that damn raccoon. Because we still need a flare gun, which requires a warm suit, which requires a raccoon skin, which requires a raccoon to frickin' show up. Maybe we're lucky and there's no cannibals being killed anywhere. Getting closer to the 10 Days of Peace achievement. Aw, you're cutting down trees in Stardew Valley. Love it. I'm looking forward to giving that game a go. Especially now that I know it's similar to Harvest Moon. Just some chill little lumber time. Got my lumberjack flannel on. Living the dream. It 100% is just Pacific Northwest wear. And that's why it's the best wear. Flannel for life. I really haven't seen any monsters in forever. Or cannibals, or mutants, or whatever. Guess I really shouldn't complain. Oh, too many. Might be. All right. One last load and our lodge is done. Well, the exterior of the lodge is done. I think this is gonna be my main storage spot, where I leave a bunch of shit. So I'll need to make a bunch of shelves and armor racks and God knows what else. Who knows, maybe I'll make another food area. Yeah, well, you know, if you can't build a cult empire now, when can you? There's never gonna be a right time. And maybe there should be some cult churches around this base. That'd probably be smart. Once some of the trees grow back, build a church and a cross. To the majesty of Mother Goose. Ooh, or it could be a competing cult for Mr. Raccoon. The Cult of Raccoon. That's it. We haven't seen one because we haven't built a church for him or a cross for him to die for our sins. Oh my god, how could I have forgotten? The religion of Raccoon. The right of Raccoon. Raccoon Jesus. Okay, I don't think we have any skulls. Never mind, we do. Hmm. Okay, skulls for days. I think. Let's see. I believe there's a few huts right down the way, and they would be able to give us skulls. This should light it up enough. Just a little bit. Maybe one more. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Maybe one over here. Okay. Side table over here. Some skin racks? Yeah, maybe. Oops. I wonder if I can break that without ruining the whole roof. Today I said no. Well, that's too bad. This will probably be my last day in the game for today. As an FYI. Had a solid 2-hour stream so far, so. Aww. I didn't realize I'd messed up on this meat. Cute little rabbit cage. Let's see some explosive holders. I figure, if anything, just setting up where everything will be would be nice. this will be a massive storage area. Whew. Okay, I think that's good. We need sticks for days. Tons of skulls, tons of logs, tons of sticks. But I mean, then it's gonna be like the perfect storage area. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's worth it. Jesus. Still no raccoon. Okay, okay. 20 sticks. Guess I should go and get logs while I get sticks. Or just fill up the sled with sticks. That actually probably is smarter. Yeah, because when I log back in tomorrow or whenever, all the sticks will respawn. So it makes more sense to just get them all now. Since we need so many damn sticks. Sorry, Mr. Bunny. Oh. And we have cannibals. We've been doing really good about not killing anyone for a few days, so on the off chance that we're actually making progress towards that peaceful achievement, I might just avoid the cannibal. So, stay away from where the cannibal was. Get a little bit of some logs in there. I do like that the defensive spikes seem to have like cleared out the grass around them. Makes it feel a little bit more tamed. Sweet. Animals are probably pissed at how much I've chopped down. They're really not finding me over here. Yeah, it certainly feels like I'm the apex predator. Although those sharks could give me a run for my money. Mother Goose would be proud. Then again, Mother Goose can never find out about Raccoon Jesus. The cult of Raccoon is slowly rising and growing. Soon we will be unstoppable. Because, you know... Yeah, exactly. A prophecy foretold that one day a raccoon would sacrifice itself for our happiness and for our warmth. A magical raccoon. One unseen or unheard of for hundreds of years. The raccooniest raccoon in the world. Okay, now that we have those up. How does it not let me put basket on the side table? That's stupid. That's the whole reason I wanted those. Okay, well I guess it's just decoration now. Unless, am I able to like... Hmm. Yeah, I don't love that. Oh, it's getting dark. Uh-oh. No bueno. Hi, buddy. Okay, no. Use your words. So rude. We'll lock all this up real quick. In case Buddy Boy gets any ideas. Guess he brought friends. That bar is gonna kill me. I hate that. Okay, there's one in my good shed. That doesn't fly. Nah, the enemies I don't think typically despawn. So we had to kill it. Because they will eat our food. I believe. Alright. We got through another day. We put up a bunch of defenses. We got the Cave Spelunker achievement. We built a cottage, filled it up with blueprints for all the stuff we need to do next time. I think we did pretty good. Now we're on, what, day 58? Yeah, day 58. Sweet. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Always a pleasure having you in chat. Can't believe we're already almost 60% of the way through. But we're making slow and steady progress. So not too much longer and we'll be able to switch to Sons of the Forest. Other than that, I hope you have a really lovely day, and if you're bored, we'll be streaming Phasmophobia later tonight. All right, have a good day. Bye.